Ocean supports all life on Earth, and its health is inseparable from our own. It regulates weather and temperature, provides us with 60% of the oxygen we breathe, helps feed the world, and supplies income for millions. But it's vulnerable to something as simple as the human touch. Every day the seas are being threatened by ocean pollution, and marine life is suffering at an alarming rate. Here are 4 different threats that the ocean is currently facing. The burning of fossil fuels doesn't just pollute the air, but the ocean too. Our seas absorb 25% of our carbon emissions, but at the rate at which we're pumping CO2 into the atmosphere, the pH of ocean surface waters is becoming more acidic. In fact, by the end of the 21st century, the pH of the ocean could become 150% more acidic than it is now. This rise in acidity levels means the ocean's calcium carbonate levels go down. This is bad news for marine life, like coral and shellfish, that need it to build the skeletal frames and shells that protect them, threatening their survival. More acidic waters also contribute to the bleaching of coral reefs, where corals lose the algae that help keep them alive. Overfishing is when we harvest too many fish. The Food and Agriculture Organization has estimated that at least 70% of the world's fish species have been exploited or depleted. By capturing fish faster than they can reproduce, we are pushing a lot of species to the extent of being endangered. Industrial fishing often involves destructive methods too. Bottom trawling, for example, damages seafloor habitat and scoops up many unwanted fish and animals, like sharks, dolphins, and turtles, that end up being tossed aside, often dead or left to die. The ocean is filled with waste that does not belong there: metal cans, abandoned fishing gear, glass bottles, sewage, and chemicals from factories, you name it. However, the majority of debris in the ocean is plastic. The estimated 8 million tons that enter them each year persist in the environment for hundreds of years, polluting beaches, entangling marine life, and being ingested by fish and seabirds. And there are approximately 5.25 trillion pieces of plastic in the ocean, making it the most common element found in its waters today. The ocean is far from a silent world. Noise from tanker and container ships, seismic airgun blasts from oil and gas surveys over weeks or months on end, and sonar from military vessels is harming and even killing marine species. Any sea creatures that use sound to communicate are affected. The deafening blasts of air guns, traveling as far as 4,000 kilometers, disrupt foraging, mating, and other important behaviors of endangered whales, pushing some to extinction. The noise leads some commercial fish species to abandon their habitat and injure marine invertebrates. Looking at the big picture and the extent of efforts that we will need, it hardly seems as if there is much light at the end of the tunnel. However, there is optimism that with the dedicated goal of ocean conservation under the Sustainable Development Goals, we will acknowledge the value of seas more. SDG 14, Life Below Water, makes one of the 17 aims which the United Nations established in the Paris Climate Agreement of 2015. This goal seeks the conservation and sustainable use of seas and marine resources. It gives the ocean important attention with distinctive underlying targets, such as the prevention and reduction of marine pollution and conservation of 10% of marine areas. While many ocean issues will require leadership from governments and industries, the fate of the ocean isn't just up to business owners and government officials. Our daily individual actions matter too. These are simple steps you can take that will make a difference. Skip single-use plastics. From non-reusable bottles and takeout packaging to plastic bags and straws, plastic debris is polluting oceans and endangering marine life. Remove these unnecessary single-use plastics from your daily habits. Use your skills for good. Consider joining an organization that works to protect marine habitats or volunteering at local beach cleanups. Use ocean-friendly search engines. Ocean Hero uses their profits to recover ocean-bound plastic bottles, and OCG removes plastic bags. By choosing a default search engine that combats ocean pollution, your simple browsing can make a positive difference. Increase your ocean knowledge. The more you learn about the ocean, the better prepared you'll be to inspire change, and watching this video is already one step ahead. It is time governments, companies, and citizens realize just how valuable oceans are, both in tangible and tangible benefits. Achieving SDG 14 is critical. It will contribute to meeting SDG 2 on ending hunger and SDG 12 on sustainable consumption. We must start taking action to enhance and protect our oceans and coastal areas so that they can continue to enable, support, and improve our lives on Earth.